Hey everybody, welcome to Drive Thru Review 4706. Today I'm going to review Dragonlance from TSR Games. What's that? Geek of the Week. Did anybody tell my wife? She's going to be excited. Oh, hey everybody. So thanks Mandy for nominating me for Geek of the Week. It's an honor. Thank you very much. Mandy has some great unboxing videos that she does, and take a look at those. I quite enjoy those. Geek of the Week. So anyway, thanks again. A little slightly embarrassing, so Mandy asked that I do like a little biography type of thing, about gaming and stuff like that. So I was born in 1976 and grew up gaming a little bit in the house. We played Monopoly and Hi-Ho Cheerio and Candyland and all that good stuff. And then at some point I discovered this game here, Dragonlance, actually, and played this, really enjoyed this game. So I'm not really a hero gamer at heart, maybe, more of a Ameritrash guy. That game, and then I still got Buck Rogers here. That's a good one. And then another game that I've actually had a chance to play with my new family since I've been married, Mystery Mansion. We played this a lot when I was a kid. So I played all kinds of different games when I was a kid, and then sort of took a break from it when I got into high school and college because I had other things on my mind. And then went to high school, went to art school. I'll show you some art here in a second. Got a degree in art education and then graduated in '99, but started learning programming languages like HTML and Java and things like that. And the internet was kind of hitting its stride at that point, so I couldn't find a job as an art teacher, which I probably still couldn't do if I wanted to today, because nobody funds those programs really. But started doing that internet stuff, and then right now I'm a software engineer at a local company here. And so I started getting back into gaming after after college, and had some buddies that played Magic and played Catan and stuff like that. And then went over to a friend's house who's like a friend of a friend that worked at the same software company I did. And he showed me Carcassonne and Lone Hers. And we also didn't play Catan there really much because they didn't really like Catan. Something about rolling sevens all the time. So yeah, we started playing that. And then over the years we kind of got more stuff. We got Caylus and Power Grid. And I actually was the one that went and bought Caylus at the time because this guy, he had all the games. He was sort of like the alpha gamer, the guy that had the games whose house we went to. And so I bought Caylus because I really wanted to try something new because, we played Power Grid and we played Puerto Rico and stuff like that. And I don't really like Puerto Rico, I never did. And a couple other things. And so I was like, oh, let me try to find a game, that looks cool. And I think Caylus had like just come out, and it was like ranked #1 on the Geek there for like 2 weeks, or it was #2 or something. So I bought that, and then I went and read the rules and kind of got into it that way, where that really kind of put its teeth into me in a way where you kind of took that sort of next step into not being so casual about it. So we played that. And that was my favorite game for the longest time, and our group's favorite game for the longest time. We'd play that on game night sometimes twice in a row, even though it can be kind of a long game sometimes. So I did that, and then right around the same time I got married. And my wife is from South Africa, so I'm wearing the South African rugby shirt. We're both big rugby fans. And so got married there, and then, kind of took a little bit more of a break from gaming, spending more time with the family, and then also my group there didn't really keep playing games. We kind of just we started playing a lot of poker actually, and then Guitar Hero and stuff on game nights. So and then we just kind of just fizzled out a little bit, and then about 2010 somewhere in there, a couple years ago, I had been playing a Versus system, which is a collectible card game that doesn't exist anymore. It's about superheroes. It's really good. And so I played that quite a bit and played it professionally on some level. Not well, but I did win some money and also did place in tournaments and things. And that was really fun to really get into a game that seriously. And then so some of the guys that were behind designing Versus. They designed Ascension, Gary Games, or they're now Stoneblade Entertainment. So a friend of mine on Facebook that I used to play Versus with professionally, we were on a team, and he said, hey, Gary Games, their guys come out with Ascension, and I was like, hey, that's cool. And I kind of heard about Dominion at the same time, and I was actually thinking about, let me buy Dominion, because it seemed like it was like Magic or Versus or something, but self-contained. I didn't really know what deck building really was, and I was like, hey, I was thinking about getting Dominion, but should I get Ascension? He's like, no, forget Dominion, get Ascension. So I got that and played it with some other buddies of mine that we played cards together, and I went over there and we just played the heck out of it, and it was really sort of inspiring in a way, because some of my buddies, we'd sit around and try to like come up with new games, like new card games, and because we like to play Magic and Versus, and I really like the whole idea of the contained package all in one. You don't have to buy booster packs and stuff like that, so that really kind of triggered something, and so I was playing around with it, and I wanted there to be more like attacking, because that was, Magic always had attacking in it, and Versus did. So played that, and then just kind of started delving back into Board Game Geek. I'd been on Board Game Geek really more as like a lurker before, and then so I started really getting into it, and then I noticed that all these video reviews and stuff, and they didn't really have that back in 2004 or whatever it was, and I started looking into it. I do remember seeing some of Scott Nicholson's videos though, vaguely. I can't remember which ones I saw, but when I saw his again, they kind of like, I think I've seen these before. Anyway, and I started looking at that, and I was like, this is really cool. Like, most of them were Tom Vassal's, the Dice Tower. I just kept seeing those. And his are super fun. He's just like very upbeat and energetic. And, in just every game, I would, somebody would ask in a recommendation thread, and, they would say, oh, go check this game out. It's like, okay, let me go look. And, oh, there's a video by Tom. Cool. So I watched that, and he gives you a good, quick overview of what the game's about. And so I had a few games already, but I started getting more games, and then I just had this inkling to, honestly, to start like designing a game. But it's one of those weird things where, like, I had the casual thing and the thing when I was a kid and playing a little bit, and we would kind of talk about games and how like the economics of them worked and things like that, and we'd always kind of BS around about new game systems and stuff. And I was like, really, I want to really try this and really like start to kind of understand this stuff, because I really was sick of video games, and just I have some friends that they do LAN parties and stuff, or play like World of Warcraft and stuff. I was really just getting tired of that as far as my spare time, my casual time. This wasn't satisfying at all. And so from there, I just kind of was like, okay, I need to really understand these things. I know what I like about them. Like I play Kalis and I like this, but I don't know why. I wasn't sure why I liked it. I couldn't really express how, what the things were. And so I think the video medium, watching the videos of Tom and Undead Viking and all these other guys, that I think I learn better that way. I don't really learn as well by reading or something, so the videos really got me going. So it's like, well, let me just make a video. And there's a bunch of old games that don't have videos about them, because most of the videos, are about the new ones that just come out and people are interested in those. And I said, well, these are great games here. I got the Lowenhurst. There's no video about that. Well, that's a travesty, because that was like my favorite game for a while when we, long ago when we first played it. So I started doing videos, about old stuff that there wasn't videos about, or then I would, I'd try to do new things too, and because nobody's watching those, about the old games. Nobody cares. So I was like, well, let me do some new ones. People are already interested in the game, and maybe they'll go, oh, I like the video, I'll go back and watch, see what else he's done, and go back and watch the older stuff. I don't really do old stuff as much anymore at all. So anyway, so I started doing videos and started to try to understand the games and the concepts and how they're really put together. So it's been kind of an exploration thing for me. It's been fun though. So yeah, I just kept doing videos and videos and videos, and then I was like, then I was playtesting Ascension for Gary Games for some of the expansions, and they offered to put me up at Gen Con. I just had to get out there, and they put me up at the hotel and gave me the pass and everything. So I went and worked the booth for them. Met a few people there. I mean, Jack and Strike, if you guys know who he is, I talked to him for a little bit, and he's a nice guy. And So he said, why don't you ask for review copies? And I was like, what? What are you talking about, review copy? I'm this little stupid guy over here. It's like, no, ask him. So I sent some emails to people. I think the first person to get back to me was the Sentinels of Multiverse guys. And they sent it to me, and thankfully the game is awesome. And so I did that, and then I just was like, screw it, I'll just email people, and I started getting a lot of review copies. And then I've just been doing more and more videos. You can see if you watch my videos over the last year. And that's been fun. And the whole video side of it's really been like the main thing for me. And then, so anyway, this is interesting that, for anybody that cares, this whole like layer of thing is like I'm playing a game and I'm having fun and I'm trying to figure out how they work, and then I'm doing videos, and then it just kind of snowballs. So it's a weird thing, and I'll keep doing it. But so that's kind of the deal. I have this personal stuff. Like I said, I got an art education degree, software engineer. Married my wife in 2005, and she came with 2 boys. One of them's 18, and the other one is he's going to be 12 in a few months. You've met the younger one. He likes to play games with me once in a while. He doesn't like to play a whole ton. The older one, we used to play HeroScape together quite a bit. Got him that for Christmas a few years ago. We used to play that quite a bit. He liked that. And but he's in high school, or he's out of high school now. But so he's not really a gamer right now. He's got his whole life ahead of him. So we did that, and then I just been playing locally with my folks. I started to get them into games now, and they play a lot of games. They've kind of been like gateway gamers, but now it's like they've evolved beyond. I play like CO2 and Steam with them, so I can't really call them like gateway gamers anymore. And I play games with my wife once in a while. She really likes Ticket to Ride Europe. We've got the maps and stuff. That's her favorite, and that's always fun to play. And then I've been playing at the shop. We had a shop here, and then the shop closed down, and then we started playing at a guy's house. And so if you watch my videos, funnily enough, some of the guys were giving me crap about it, is I always reference Billy, because I, for some reason, don't want to use somebody's real name in my videos. So I said, oh, you might, pass your cards to Billy. And they're like, who's Billy? Who's this Billy guy? We've never met him. So it's nobody. So anyway, Billy is he's my imaginary friend. Okay, so yeah. So I'll show a little bit about my stuff here. Maybe I should do a review of one of these. I really like Dragonlance. This was a game I really loved when I was a kid. But anyway, that was probably my favorite game when I was a kid. So let me turn this off real quick, and I'll show you some stuff, and then I'll just kill it. Okay, here you can see the office. Nothing too exciting. I got some board games down there, a couple things down there. I always keep these little boxes of Ascension handy to grab and play. I got some more games down there, TV and stuff. And then the extent of my production for videos is this laptop here. So I just fire up Windows Live Movie Maker and Adobe After Effects sometimes, and do little graphics and stuff with that. It's not too exciting, so won't bore you too much with that. Here's one of my more favorite art pieces I did. It's all kinds of different charcoal and pencil and stuff. Probably looks like a giant mess on this camera, but I'll probably zoom up there a little bit. It's in a frame, got some glare, so you can see kind of the details in there. I really like to do abstract stuff, so that's one of my more favorite pieces there that I've done. I got that in my office here. Here's another one, kind of a messy abstract. This is one that I've kept from college. It's not supposed to be anything. It's just colors, and hopefully looks cool, like a nebula or something in space, but not, more paint. And this here is a reproduction of a Picasso I did, Girl with Mandolin or something like that. So I didn't trace it or nothing, just kind of copied it from the actual work. I liked how this one turned out. I really like Picasso's Cubist stuff. You can get in there and see strange, intersections and collisions and stuff in the different pieces of the work there. And she's playing guitar, and I used to play guitar quite a bit. There's my guitars there. And I've been asked to show my game collection, so I'm going to show it to you very quickly. It's a little bit disturbing. I have it in the closet here, and there's a giant pile of games. Okay, that's enough. Okay, so I'm sure I lost some street cred with the pile of games in the closet, but honestly that's the only place I have to put them. So I need to go through and do a purge actually here after the first of the year, because I just don't have anywhere else to put these games. And I mean, it sounds like a horrible problem, I understand, but you get review copies, and you still want to get new stuff yourself. And so I got nowhere to put them. So anyway, I constantly Jones theory myself. It's like a constant process, and it's very difficult because a lot of times I end up auctioning or trading games that that I don't really want to get rid of. So, okay, so I appreciate the nomination, Mandy, again, and hopefully you guys are able to not be too bored by this video. Anyway, and I just appreciate the feedback, and I appreciate the folks I've met. You know, I met, got a chance to meet Tom Bassel and Lance and Marco and guys like that, you know, that I watched initially a couple years ago, and I really admired their work. You know, I really appreciate that. Scott and Jeremy Jackenstein, and I don't know, it's a strange thing, a creativity thing. I enjoy it. It keeps me busy. It's a nice hobby. Both the gaming and the videos, kind of two separate convergent hobbies. And I do appreciate the feedback that people give me, positive and negative, for sure. Definitely appreciate that. And the negative feedback, 99 out of 100 has been constructive and probably correct and been helpful to me to try to make better videos. So, okay. So anyway, take care of yourselves. And you know, go play a board game with your buddies. Okay, thanks.